Awesome. Hey, what's going on, Shanley and Omar? It's Ty Cole here with Revolts, and I'm loving the show,
Hey,
y'all.
Cole.
Season 2 is
Thank you.
fire. I gotta let y'all know.
Thank
I'm
you.
locked in. Now, my question is for you first, Omar. Now, Howard says him almost dying and surviving makes him feel reborn again, hoping to be the best version of himself he can be. What version of Howard will viewers see in season 2?
I think they'll see a great human being. When I mean that, like, sort of, we're taught that life is black and white,
Right.
right? But really, life is the gray area in the middle, because you just never really know, right? And so when Howard is faced with his mortality, that's one thing. And then it's like, hey, is this kid really my biological son? That's a whole other thing. And he's overcoming a really terrible physical affliction. So all of these things converging at the same time. Um, and then he's trying to hold on to the Howard that, we once
Right.
knew. He's the man in the department, he's the man on the streets, y'all know what time it is. And he's still trying to keep that tough exterior, but on the inside, he's going through emotions that he's never felt before, but he has to hide that from everyone else. So
Mm, yeah.
that's Howard in season two.
Okay. Now, Shanley, your character definitely sticks her nose into jukebox situation and finds herself in the mix. How will your character not only navigate the situation, but will bring her, but will this bring her, sorry, her relationship with jukebox closer, which may mean she can possibly be an ally for Kanan somewhere down the line.
Man, yeah, my character just rubs her nose in everyone else's business this season. She is just going to places that she shouldn't be going. And yeah, it definitely brings them closer this season. Jukebox has this storyline where she's going through some really emotional stuff and she needs some help. And I step in and I'm there for her when she needs that help. So you see their relationship develop a little bit more. As for the ally part, I guess you'll just have to see. Watch it.
Good answer. Now, for both of you, this season, it seems you both are at odds. With Shanley, your character may uncover the connection between Howard and Kanan. How will this shift your relationship dynamic in season 2? And let's start with you, Shanley.
It definitely shifts it because I find things out and I'm kind of suspicious of some of the information that I'm getting. And so I start poking around, and then Howard starts poking back and telling me to shut things down. And then it just makes me dig in my heels a little bit harder. So there's this, this, I don't know what the word is, but this wall between the two that they can't quite seem to like
friction.
Friction. There you go. That's a good chemistry word. Yeah, friction between the two of them that was kind of there in season 1, but it's changed and evolved into something different. And now they're both kind of up against each other, stubbornly not wanting to reveal anything. And so it's it's interesting to watch. There's a lot going on beneath the surface this season that is not specifically said, and I think that that's really fun to watch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any quick follow-up to that, Omar?
Yeah, I think in season 1, Howard just didn't like work, right? He was forced to work with this girl. He felt like she was grandfathered into the department. She didn't come up the hard way the way he did, but he learns to sort of have a begrudging respect for her because she's so persistent and she's a good cop, right? But he feels like she's a fish out of water. She's in a world that she doesn't really know, and he knows every morsel of it. So in season 2, it's weird. Like he has respect for her by the end of season 1 and in season 2, but he feels like she's stepping into quicksand. Like she's getting into business that she doesn't really know what's going on. So he starts to push her away, but it's out of kind of love and protection. This time. Protection, like he's trying to protect her by sort of pushing her away because she don't know all this shit that's really going on, but he also can't reveal what he knows, to her because, again, protection. It's just like, let me handle this. You go over there. Stop snooping around.
Okay. Now, Omar, whose business acumen in hip hop influenced the way you approach your own career and overall hustle?
That's a great question. Whose business acumen? I would like to say uh, Diddy, obviously Jay and Dr. Dre, but I ain't a billionaire yet.
We
but
getting there
but
though. I'll say that.
I say that because these guys are all they're tastemakers. They push the culture and they push the envelope on every level, and they've transcended, the initial thing that they started from. They've shown us that we are a multiverse, and
Yeah.
as human beings, we're not monolithic. And that's why I say those three guys.
Love that. Now, for the both of you, what has it been like to return to the 90s hip hop scene on screen?
It's been fun for me, but here's been the fun part for me. I grew up in the 90s. I was a teenager, early 20s, but I'm playing a character who's in his 40s. So
Right.
I can't, it's like I'm learning about that in a way because I knew the 90s in a whole different way. I was more like Kanan in them, you know, looking at the older guys walking around with the big lapels and all of that. And that's who Howard is. So it's kind of fun to play within that.
Shanley?
Oh, it's been so cool. The music, the costumes that we have on the show, the set dressings. It's just like it's like a time capsule going back onto that set. It's awesome. And the hairstyles and the clothes. It's so cool.
Awesome. Listen, thank you both so much for having Revolt TV. I'm so excited for season 2. Fans are as well. And keep going hard because we want season 3, okay?